Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to episode 6. We've made it all the way to episode 6.
So, have you pressed that one live yet?
No. Maybe we should. That's the main one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, anyone can do this. Okay, so welcome everyone. Thank you so much for on. Welcome to episode 6. It's amazing to have you online, wherever you might be in the world. Thank you so much for being a part of our world. And we just hope that we make your place a little bit better and a bit brighter with us coming to you live on a Monday night.
Yes.
So how you going, Jace?
Very well. For a first Monday of the week.
First day of the week.
No, first Monday of the week, because there's no other Mondays.
Oh, that's pretty that's very good. No other Mondays out of the week. That's very good. So how's your week traveled since we saw you last? Anything, like exciting? Anything,
Life is always exciting. There's always something to do, somewhere to be.
Yep, that's great. I said to Jason, I said, are you ready? You ready to bring your mojo? So we've got some great things to deliver to you tonight. And I just said to Jason, what are you going to do? He goes, I'm just following your lead. I'm like, oh, awesome. I love someone on the team that's just always going to follow your lead. So that's amazing to have you. A couple of things that happened to myself over the week was put up a random photo. And I heard from a couple of people that I hadn't heard from for a very long time. And they just talked about the photo that I had up and was aware of certain things on it. And I was like, you know what, once it's posted out into the public forum, you can't sort of delete things, or you could. But anyway, I was all good with that. So, and you gave me the stamp of approval and it's all good. So that was pretty much what happened to me during the week. What about your mojo, Jace? Where are you at so far this week?
Well, beginning of the week, so my mojo started, though. It was a bit of a rocky start this morning. My alarm went off, but I didn't get out of bed straight away. I actually turned it off and went back to sleep. So it started off rocky, but once I got out of it and got to where I need to be, all is good. Okay.
I didn't even hear your alarm go. Luckily, otherwise I'll kill you. Okay, so let's talk about motivation. So motivation or mojo. So up on the post tonight, so let's just get cracking straight into it. So wherever you're coming in from, let us know how you're going. Hey, going, Kim, nice to have you on. If we do miss you and we miss your comments coming through the feed, it's because we are not ignoring you. We just haven't seen them, or our nerves have got the better of us and we just haven't been able to comment to you at the time, but we will definitely get back to you. Hey, Steph, how you going? So please, Chelsea, hi. So please just leave us a comment, or if we do ask you a question and you want to answer it, then please feel free to pop that in the comments as well, and we will get back to you. If you have a sensitive issue that you would like Jason and I to talk about, please let us know, and we will, if we can, come to you and deliver that topic as well, and talk to you as real and raw as we can. And this is about delivering real life, real health, real fitness, and real business to you each and every Monday as we move forward. And we look forward to being able to grow as we do this over the coming weeks and months. And like we said, we're coming to you with episode 6 tonight.
And we're just going to add something into that. It's actually season 1, episode 6.
Oh, season 1. So we like that. Okay, so what is motivation? Jason, I'm going to ask you, and guys, whoever's watching on our platforms tonight, what does the word motivation to you, or what does mojo? You hear of people saying, I've lost my mojo, I've got to go find him, he's gone, he's left the building. Motivation, I don't know about you, but it
comes... Not about your pet dog either.
No. My mojo's down here behind me. So definitely not your pet dog. Definitely not. So mojo or motivation, quite often people say to me, Kyla, how do you have so much motivation? You just seem to always have it. You're always on the go. You're always, doing something. So that's just social media. You just posted those things so people think that. But not really. I mean, keeping motivation is not normal. Nobody on planet Earth would keep motivation 24/7. It's just not going to happen. So how's your mojo go, Jace? Do you have motivation all the time?
Yep. I was just going to say another word for motivation is energy as well. So sometimes, keeping that high intensity of level of energy. Yeah. You probably can see Kyla's more energetic when it comes to our lives than I am. So I'm learning to try and become more energetic, or more mojo at it. But yeah, look, for me, I guess it's just, really setting your goals up for the week, so that you can achieve those goals, and that way your motivation then helps you to keep those goals in place. So the goals actually help you
Stay motivated.
Stay motivated.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say to the crew is that motivation is, I looked up what the word motivation means, and it says a reason or reasons for acting or behaving in a particular way. So I'll just repeat that, a reason or reasons for acting or behaving in a particular way. So motivation. So, it's something that gets you going to do something. So when we talk about motivation, it's common or it's normal for everybody for motivation to come and go. So you know how they talk about, like, you start a diet on a Monday and you're so motivated, right? Like, probably motivation comes over the weekend or Sunday and you think, right, Monday I'm going to go for it. And then Monday morning, like, you probably go out and do a bit of exercise. You have your first good meal. And then by the time lunchtime comes along, like, you're starving, and then you just like go, I'll just eat this, it won't really matter. And then if you're going to commit to exercise in the afternoon, you think, you know what, I'm so tired today, like, I'm just going to pass on that. And so your motivation just can't go. So it comes and it goes. Like, it's like a wave, like it's up and it's down all the time.
Even for work too, when if you're a worker and you go to work, some days you might be, this job's going to be really fun, I'm going to get into it and get it done. And then some days, you plod around and the boss is yelling at you to pick your feet up. So
totally. Yep. So what happens when you lose your mojo and you don't have the motivation to do what you really want to do or what you should do? So I've got some really top tips tonight to offer you. Hi, Anita. Pip, pip. How are you going? Teresa, nice to have you on. So how do you keep this motivation going? Like, how do you simply do it when you've got lack of motivation? And what's behind people that look like they're motivated all the time? And Jason, you talked about like having goals. So the only way that I keep motivated, right, and how a majority of people keep motivated is they achieve goals. Mm-hmm. They have goals that they set out on a daily basis and they work out what they are. So they'll use a journal or a diary or a gratitude journal or whatever it might be. They write them down and they stick to these goals. And so sticking to these goals on a day-to-day basis means that you are going to keep your motivation up. So when people waver from their motivation, it means that they're not writing down their goals, or their goals have been set and they're way too big. So if you've got too big of goals, you're going to lose your motivation even quicker because they're not achievable.
No. So you need to, like, bring it back a little bit and try and break that big goal down into little steps.
Yeah. So that's SMART, S-M-A-R-T. So they need to be smart, like small, measurable, achievable, like realistic goals. So my number one tip for you tonight is to get your mojo back. So let me know, guys. I love that, Duck. Gratitude journal, absolutely. A gratitude journal is great. And I've just seen, Jack, you've written down in there, nice to have you on too, Jack, is walking every morning and taking sunrise shots. You got it, baby. I absolutely love sunrise. The sunrise is so beautiful, but I did lose my mojo and I wasn't getting up to see sunrises like I was because I lost my motivation because I didn't write down my goals and I didn't have, like, I don't know, you just go through different cycles in your life as well. So that's okay to be able to do that, but you have to be okay with you not achieving the goal that you've set out to do as well. So, if you're not okay with that, then you've got to reassess and work out why you haven't done what you said that you would do. And I think this, like Jason, in this industry as well that we work in, I don't think it matters this industry, but, with exercise, and when, you teach people with exercise or you teach people with weight loss, people don't stick to their guns.
No.
And I think that is, and we're going to go into that a little bit later this evening, like over our 10, 15-minute call tonight, is that, people have these huge expectations. When it comes down to weight loss, people talk about losing weight and they say, I've got, 20 or 30 kilos that I need to lose. I was like, whoa, that's okay. Like, that's amazing.
So you want to lose that?
Yeah, amazing. But is it realistic? Is it measurable? Is it attainable? Is it achievable?
And have they really sat down and thought about how they're going to, like you said, be attainable to lose that 20 kilos?
And break it down. Doesn't it? Yeah.
Same, I was just going to say, same with business as well.
Yeah.
We're talking about fitness, health and business.
Yes.
So with business, sometimes we may take on a big job and we think, we need that job, we need the money, but have we really laid down the foundation or really thought about the planning of that project and how it's all going to take out.
Absolutely.
So,
Hey, Brooke, nice to have you on tonight. Hey, Sumsy. And Jack, you just said it's taken me a long time to find my mojo. Mate, I lose my mojo all the time, and I've always got to find him. I think I've got to find him every morning that I get up.
Yeah.
And some days it's harder to find my Mr. Mojo because you've already left the building, so I've got to go and find, you know, someone else.
That's why put GPS on it, so then you can,
this is
or like as you know on the iPhone, and you lose your phone, you just got to go to Find My Mojo on there, and it'll tell you where it is.
Hashtag Mojo. That's cool. I love that. Okay, so number one. So let's move into number one. So decide if it's important to you. So if you've lost your mojo in whatever area of your life that you want to achieve something in, and you've lost your mojo. So I don't know about you guys, but come 2019, everybody, I don't know, there's not one person I speak to that says, I've got all these New Year's, you know, resolutions, all these goals that I want to achieve. I come into 2019 and I was a bit lost. I was really like, I was just like a deer in headlights. Like I lost my way a little bit at the start of the year. So it really meant, you know, like stripping things back again and, you know, looking at where our business was, where my health was, where my fitness levels were, what had happened last year, you know, like really reassessing. And I think people do it so differently. You know, they don't necessarily write things down. Some people don't write things down. Like I do a lot in my head and I can, you know, really like contain a lot of my goals in my head, but I really find that, you know, writing also just makes that more cement. And, you know, like having that implemented so I know where I'm going. So decide what's important for you, put in writing in a diary or in your journal, and think about your priorities. Like, what are your priorities? So, you know, if you do have some priorities that you're wanting to happen, then this is what, you know, obviously is going to help you to get motivated and take action. But then you've got to think about how would you feel? How's it going to make you feel? So I have fitness goals, and I know that what I'm doing over the next 30 days by taking out some of the foods like, you know, gluten and caffeine and alcohol and dairy. Alcohol's been a bit of a struggle, but I have to keep going back to what are your goals, Kyla? Like having stern, stiff talks to myself on a day-to-day, hourly, minute-by-minute basis.
And I do the same thing every day. I have to have, when I'm got some plans ahead of myself for the day when it comes to work, and I think, oh no, I'll leave that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. And then I pull myself up and go, no, Jason, get it done today. Because tomorrow something else is going to pop up, and that will put that behind and put you behind. So always when you've got something on your mind, do it straight away.
Totally love that. So how would you feel? So can you imagine if you like had some health goals, right? And you're like, okay, so my goal is, I didn't start at the start of the year because I just didn't do it. Like I just didn't know how to or where to start. And you thought, okay, so March, we're halfway through March, and I could reset and go for it again. So like I reset every month as well. I may not, you know, follow the full 30 Days to Healthy Living program that we run, but I will go like the 80-20 rule. So I'll reset my goals all the time. So I think about how I would feel. So that's a tip from me to you guys. How would you feel if you were to achieve some things in your business, or you were to achieve, you know, some amount of weight loss, or you had some health goals? And, you know, it comes down to too, you know, you might have some health issues. So if you've got some health issues that you want to work through and, you know, get a bit better, not necessarily doing it through, you know, always Western medicine, that you can combine, you know, a healthy way of eating and a bit of Western medicine and a bit of natural therapies, bring it all together, and boom, what do you got? I don't know, Jace. I thought I'd just do that to you then, because I was like, are you just like drifting away into my eyes? And no, I was like, that's just bizarre. Okay, so how would things be different for you? And if you actually took action and you focused on the outcome and not the process, focus on the process. Hang on, let me just write. Focus on the outcome and not the process. So we're always worried about the, you know, the day in and day out, but if we focus on the outcome and what we're going to feel or achieve, then, you know, it will keep us going. So my tip number 2 is just start. So you've just got to start. You know, set a date. So what date is it that you would like to kick off? So in your journal, you know, even over the last 6 episodes that we've done, we've talked about, you know, journaling, gratitudes, happiness diaries. My beautiful happiness diary here, which I don't know whether you can see in the light there, but having a journal so that you can write things down and that you can put a start date to it. So what is your start date? What is your end date? And I don't think it matters whether you've got to shift like the goalposts. If you don't achieve that goal by the date that you set, it doesn't matter. You just reset that and move those goalposts and go again. And that's what I love, when it comes down to, working out who you are as a person, that you don't have to compare yourself to other people. And it doesn't matter that you haven't achieved it. You can just keep moving forward.
Yep.
Just reset. So
reset.
And I'm not saying that's perfect for everybody, and especially not myself. Like, I beat myself up. I lose my mojo. I, get upset with myself because I haven't achieved a goal. But I really keep on thinking, okay, just keep going. Just keep going. Reset. Yeah. Okay, so put it down in writing. And if Monday is your date to set, then write it down and stick to your date that you've set. Number 3, announce it. I mean, we all live. Hey, Nat, how you going? We live on, or we shouldn't say, I don't live, but we all use social media. Don't we?
Pretty much.
I think it must be.
Everyone does. Yeah.
Whoever's on, pop a like in the comments if you use social media. I don't even think you need to, because we can see you're on. But, like, if you use social media, then you can use this as, like, you might say to your girlfriends, look, I'm going off alcohol. I'll put a post up here on our page and say I'm off alcohol for 30 days. So what's today's date?
The 18th.
The 18th. So I've got until, I started on the 4th of March, so I've got 30 days. So I'll let you know when I've finished my 30 days of no alcohol. And why did I choose to do that? Because I know that I've got goals and I've got an end result. I know what the outcome will be. It'll be that I will lose 3 to 5 kilos, in a block period, because that's what I'm working hard to achieve, and I want fitness goals. So what is it, guys? So if you can pop in the comments what goals you've got, or one particular thing that you would like to achieve, and have a date. Like, if you could do that, that would be amazing. I'd love to see what it is that you've got going on. Hey, go on, Kenny. Okay, so the third one is announce it. So starting on Friday, I'm going to go to the gym.
Friday?
Okay. Starting on Friday. Go to the gym on Friday?
I'll do that.
Okay. Well, I'm already locked in on Friday, because I've got a girl that I'm training with, a beautiful girl that I've met at the gym, and we're locked in for 8:30 on Friday. So having a buddy, having someone that you can be held accountable. And, if it's that you decide that you would like to, connect with Jason and I and go, okay, I want to do what they're doing. I want to do this 30 Days to Healthy Living program with you. Then I will coach you for free. I would love to do that. I would be honored. We would love to, help you through that process, just to kickstart you and help you to get off to a flying, start throughout this year. So, Jack, you've got your goal is walking and mindfulness, and that's great. Super awesome. Hey, Janine, thank you so much. Thank you for being on. Okay, so then the next thing is setting Friday. I'm going to get into the best health and the best shape mentally and physically ever, and I'm going to start with my business and set some goals. So I started a new course. Like, who does that on top of what they already do?
You do.
I know, crazy, right? Super crazy. But I have goals, and I know that there's an outcome, but there's also the process. And the process is what I've talked about, is don't worry about the process, but it's the process that kills us, because we want to go from the start and we want to miss out what's in between and get to the end point, isn't it?
We want the end result straight away. We want it now. We live in a world that's, want to try and take all the shortcuts that we can to get to the end result, but there's actually a process, and it's not about trying to look for the easy way. It's just about trying to get better. Yeah,
totally. And that is the challenge. And that's where, whether it be that you want to lose, 2 kilos, 5 kilos, get healthy, help yourself if you've got, some illness that you might be living with, all of that in between stuff is what stops us from moving forward. Yeah. That's what kills it, a lot of people. And again, because they have too big of goals, they've not set smart goals, and they've not got the discipline that they need to keep on following through. So that's when you sometimes need a coach or someone that can hold your hand and help you and pull you through with whatever it might be. So,
because when setting out goals, you really got to sit down and think about it too, because you're thinking about, whether you're a family person, you've got kids to think about, or you could be just a single person with kids, or, really figure out what's going to hold you up in certain areas. It's not just a matter of, okay, that's the goal I want to do, and I'm going to reach it.
Yep.
There's no planning behind
Love that. Thank you so much. I love that's so good, Jace. You're so full of wisdom, I tell you. And then the next one is we talked about an accountability buddy. So getting someone who will hold you accountable. And when you've got someone who can hold you accountable, whether it be a mentor, like I said, or a coach, like I, have girls that I train with at the gym. We hold each other accountable. I'm very motivated to hold myself accountable because I know that by smashing out my small mini goals and ticking them off over the years, I am highly motivated because it feels good to achieve. Yeah. Whereas when people set too big a goals and they don't achieve, they feel really crappy and like you just feel deflated. And then you think, well, I'm no good. I can't achieve anything. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to start. And then you're just back on that cycle all the time. Yeah. So I can't stress to you, like my, I guess like some girls that coach and motivate and train or whatever have like their little niches. And my niche is it has to be small. It has to be so small. And like I talked to you, getting out of bed for me in the morning is a smart goal. I know it sounds ridiculous to some people, but to achieve that and get out of bed and get dressed and get ready to go to the gym or take the dog for a walk, they are smart goals, and once I achieve those and I've ticked those off for the day, I feel super good. Like I feel so good about that. Then I come home and I have a good breakfast and I feel good about that. Yeah. I get stuck into work. I feel good about that. So it keeps on keeping you on that constant, cycle of goals are ticked. So, okay, then the next one is quit doubting yourself. So this is, who doubts themselves? Like who fully has doubt within themselves? Like, are you someone who, quite often, just thinks, I'm just not good enough. I just can't do this.
Well, we all do it. I've done it myself.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, only once?
Oh, a couple of times maybe.
A couple of times. Yeah, so I mean, that's a constant battle.
Yeah. We all do. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a top CEO or a motivational speaker of high caliber. We all go through those moments of doubts. Yeah, and
absolutely.
That's where you need to then be motivated to step out of that.
Yeah, yep, so good. And people that have got coaches themselves, like so we get coached by people, and then people are coached by other people to mentor them, and so it's just that ongoing process. People just don't get to where they are from doing nothing. They have someone who helps them or guides them to get stronger so that they can achieve also what they want to do. And the last one is create an amazing music playlist. I don't know about you guys, but I tell you what, music, as soon as you put it on, I have my little transistor radio or my, my iPhone with a playlist of music. You can go in and, get, whoever your, rock star avatar person that you follow, you can go in and get their playlist of music and, follow that. Or you can create your own on Spotify. You can go in and do it on YouTube, collect some things. You can do it in so many places with your music. Yep. And once you put that on, I mean, it gives you the momentum, the motivation, the inspiration, the drive, everything you need for free to get yourself going. So love Spotify, Jack. So obviously you're loving that. Hey, Leanne, nice to see you. Hey, Christy, how are you girls? Super cool to have a really good playlist. So if you've lost your mojo, let us know in the comments if you have lost your mojo and any of these tips would help you to be able to move forward in what it is to, create success or, follow through with your actions. So again, a music playlist is something that will create emotions in you. It'll help you create excitement and it will help get you started in whatever it is that you set out to achieve. So any tips on Mojo, Jace?
Tips? No, I think we just gave them all.
You good?
Yep. Okay. Get excited. Be
6
excited
of them actually. There was 6.
Be excited about whatever you're thinking of doing, whether it's becoming a better husband, better business partner, or just being able to be connecting with people and showing other people that life is worth getting out there and living.
Totally, and just showing up, no matter how hard it is, no matter how much it scares the pants off you. Yeah. You got to put your big girl pants on, literally, and you just got to show big boy pants. Yeah, exactly.
I don't wear big girl pants.
So just moving on to just a couple of tips on health and exercise for this week. So I just wanted to it was a bit of a gripe with I don't know whether I say gripe, but I think the more I've learnt in my whole history of weight loss and different diets and calories and macros and points and all of this stuff that's out there. I truly believe that one plan does not fit all. I really believe that. And I think that, like we're watching so many people online that are not qualified to be giving advice, or we're listening to people that have just lost a little bit of weight or a bit of weight or whatever, but they don't necessarily keep it off. And they're giving people advice on what they should do when it comes to losing weight. And it's super frustrating. I follow this amazing woman, and one of the things that she was saying about this is that it's a real grey area. Like, one thing does not fit all people. And, like, people have different illnesses, so they can't eat certain foods, different allergies, all these different things. What I do believe, Jason and crew, who's out there and you're really interested in health and, the food side of things and whether there is the right diet. So some of you might think, oh, she's going to say that this is, the right diet. I'm absolutely not going to say that to you. But what I will say to you is that I truly do believe that if you are to eat more clean and whole foods, less processed, and drop out certain foods that are out there, and I'll just say one of them, I think that wheat or gluten plays massive havoc on a lot of our bodies. That if we were to eat whole, drop out the diet mentality and drop out diet foods, I truly believe if we learnt how to portion control, we would not have to worry about the macros and the calories and the points and all of that sort of stuff. What I find really challenging is that I've come from the weight loss industry and working in the weight loss industry for over 10 years, and everything was about getting as much bang for your buck as what you could and eating as much food for a very low point or low calorie option. And I still hear it, I see it. And I just think it's really, quite sad that, these industries are set up for people to fail. And, they would not be around as the biggest weight loss companies in the world because they run on failure, They have a very small, success rate. And this is what people see, but they don't actually see the failure rate of what's going on when it comes to counting all of these things. So, it could be that a woman, counts her macros, but she's at the gym 24/7. She's, using a fitness pal. She's buying, like the right, groceries day in and day out, and she's just, zoned in. But is that something that's achievable long term? Is counting or journaling or, doing stuff long term. So how do we rein it back in and really go back to basics and, make it that we can, live.
Because we want to eat.
Yeah, we want to live.
Food, we want to eat. So we want to be able to go out and enjoy ourselves and not really think about too much about what's going on in our mouths.
Yeah.
So it's really just, for me, bloke side, just common sense.
Yeah. Can be, but how do we learn that common sense, and how do we learn what portion control is? How do we learn what portion sizes are? And I think there's just so many, strategies. There's so many ideas. There's so many diets. There's so much out there that it's really hard to pull it back in and really work out what the, the correct way of, doing something is. And like I said, it's, a grey area.
Yeah, and I think for me, it's just like, what you want to achieve,
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many addictive foods out there that even just stopping one of those would help you
make a change
in your life. So,
such as what, like soft drink?
Soft drink, straight up. I used to be a big soft drink drinker, Coke drinker. Would be a litre or two a day.
Before you met me, that's of course, absolutely. So I just think all of our beliefs change over time, and I know that working in this industry for close to 15 years is that my beliefs, my qualifications, what I've achieved over that time. I have lost weight, I have lived with a mental illness, I have taken antidepressants, I've seen the effects of those. People give advice on that kind of stuff and haven't even lived through it themselves and are giving, recommendations to it, and they don't even have qualifications in being able to do that. So I think we've got to be super careful, and that means not comparing ourselves as well, and really taking a step back and going, okay, what am I following? What are they teaching? Do they really understand? Is it something I can follow long term? So, we really need to, have a look into that. I think that one plan doesn't fit all, like I said, as much as exercise. Exercise, one type of exercise doesn't fit all.
No.
Like for me, I love RPM. I love getting on one of those spin bikes and listening to the music.
I love it.
Yeah. but it's not for everybody.
No.
It's totally not for everybody. I think we've got to find our groove. And with the girl I was training with today, you know, she was able to lift a heavy kettlebell and swing a heavier kettlebell than what I was today because of my back injury. But I thought, how interesting to have us stand side by side of each other. And she's got a heavier weight and I've got a smaller one. And yet we're both doing an exercise that is right for our bodies, not doing based on, I could have gone, oh, I feel a bit embarrassed. I'm going to do the same weight as what she's doing. And, you know, I don't want to say that I can't do it or that, you know, I've got an injury. But, you know, being strong and courageous to do that meant that I could walk away today and not have an injury because I know that my body couldn't take it. So I thought that was pretty cool. So just make sure that whatever we're doing or whoever we're following doesn't necessarily mean that because it's popular or what's happening out there is actually factual. You know, we need to make sure that things are backed up and that there's, you know, proof by what things, you know, or what's going on. So you're valuable, what you're doing is valuable, and your life is super valuable as well. And we need to make sure that we look after that. So make sure that you've got something that suits your lifestyle, you know, in whatever it is that you are doing. And if you do need someone and you need to reach out and you're looking for a bit of help, then let us know and we can always, you know, do something to, you know, maybe point you in the right direction. Not necessarily give you an opinion of what we believe, but point you in a direction that would, you know, work for you as well. So lifestyles, relationships, our mindset, influences, like everything around us is so different. And ultimately, it's you that needs to get the results. And ultimately, it's you that wants to, you know, we want to make sure that you get what you need to do. So that's a couple of tips from us this week. I think there's a lot of information in that episode. Absolutely. But I think, you know, when it comes down to your mojo, there's a lot of things that you can do to find him. You know, he doesn't have to be lost forever, but I think, you know, whatever it is that you take away from, you know, this episode tonight is that it can be found and it's common for everybody to lose their motivation. Not everyone is motivated 24/7. Don't think that if you're watching social media that person is motivated 24/7 because I promise you that they are totally not. They're just doing something that is smart, or their goals are achievable, and they're just working on those on a maybe an hourly basis, and that's simply how they're keeping their mojo up. So, yeah, that was what I wanted to cover off tonight.
Very good, thank you.
You're welcome.
Another big favour we'd like to ask, Kyle and I would like to ask, is could you please share our platform to anyone amongst your friends, like even if it's just 2 people, go out and share, because we like to grow our channels and our Instagram and be able to reach a lot more people. Yeah. And we really do thank you so much for everyone hopping on and listening to us. And
yeah, totally. And if you do know of anyone that does, you know, doesn't keep great health or that does have a mental illness or lives with depression or anxiety, then that would be an amazing place for you to share this with them, and hopefully we can help them to be able to, you know what it means to keep going as well, and that, you know, it's possible to be able to live out your dreams and achieve things that you you want to get through. So so what do you reckon, Jay? Same time, same place next week?
For sure. And we have a lot of people want to ask to join on our lives, so we'd love to be able to get you to jump on our lives, but we have so many other platforms open that if we let you on one, no one else would see us. So don't think we're being rude by not allowing you to come on. But we thank you for thinking that, you know, you'd be able to hop on.
Thank you, gratitude. That's super nice of you. Very, very kind. Thank you very much. And apart from that, everyone, keep up the great work. Thank you again for joining Jason and I. And, you know, if you've got any tips that you would like to send us, any constructive criticism, we're open for that.
Yes.
And if you've got anything that you would like us to share or talk about, then please send us your messages. We love receiving them during the week, and it really does help us to, you know, work out what it is that we're going to put forward to you as well. And, yeah, apart from that, we will see you all soon. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
The recording has stopped.
Bye, guys.
I'm going to remember that. Could you press save on that? Did you share?
Oh, I shared. That's right, it's on Facebook. Did I save it?
Saved. Share. 11 people. Oh, this one. This one's been saved because it's got a tick in it.
Yeah. And I'm like, maybe I should.
Oh. We're still recording on that one there. Not ended yet. End.